Now, let me quickly cut across to our guest joining us, Alexandra Matvichuk, who's a human rights activist, to give us an understanding of the kind of civilian casualties that's been reported from Ukraine so far. We also have Ustenko Oleg, who's an advisor to Zelenskyy on economic affairs. Let me start with you, Alexandra. If you can give us an understanding into the number of civilians who've succumbed in this war. Is there an absolute number, a confirmation that you can give out today?
It's a very difficult question because we couldn't provide the right statistic throughout the country. There are cities, villages and settlements which are destroyed by Russians, and there is no connection with people from there. There are cities which is occupied by Russian, like Berdyansk, Melitopol, Kherson, and it's also too hard to understand what's going on. So we have a statistic which was published by UN Monitoring Mission on Human Rights, but in my opinion, it's only top of iceberg. And they also wrote that they don't know the real numbers.
Right. You know, the UN Human Rights Office has, in fact, given out a number of 902 civilians who have died in this war and about 1,459 who have been injured. This is the UN's official numbers as they've declared it. Would you be able to confirm that?
But the problem is that UN mission is not present in the hotspot. They do this monitoring by distance. So it's very limited opportunity for them. They have very limited opportunity to understand what's going on. And this is also a problem because we ask international presence on the hotspot. We ask for UN mission and other international missions like OSCE and other bodies to be present during process of evacuation from humanitarian corridors. We need them to stand with us and to do this monitoring not by distance, but together.
You know, thank you very much, but stay with us. Let me quickly cut across to Oleg. Oleg, give us a sense of what Russia is really intending at doing. While they say that they're not targeting civilians, they're key targets, and they're almost the pattern that we see over the last few days is that many civilian infrastructures, including residential buildings, you have a theater, now an art school that was struck upon, and 400 people in the latest who are taking shelter in that art school have come under fire. We are yet to understand the casualties that arise from that incident. But what is Russia really mulling over doing? They're trying to threaten, scare, and create panic. Is that what their aim is?
Yes, indeed. So basically, in our understanding, what's going on the field now is that Russians are really bombing all over Ukraine. Including the western part of Ukraine. This night we have received information that there was a bombing in Rivno, which is the western part of the country. Also, the information we received last night was coming from Sumy, from the east of the country. They bombed the ammonia plant, which is, a chemical production, very dangerous. So basically, there was a linkage of ammonia from that plant.
Right.
No need to explain that it's, a real danger for the population who is in that city, and in that city still have, 100,000 even more people in there. So basically, another information we received this night is that there was a bombing in the capital. In Kiev, several apartment complexes were injured, and almost 10 people were killed. So basically, they are doing, all these, I would say, even fascist stuff all over the country. So they are not targeting just, militants, but they are destroying cities. You very rightly pointed out that they do not care about what to bomb. Even they would like to have a more effect on the country, destroying effect, such as, for example, in city of Mariupol, which is almost destroyed already. They put bombs to the national theater, where we had a bomb shelter, and more than 1,000 people hidden there at that time. Then they're destroying infrastructure, all critical infrastructure is under the bombing attacks from Russia. So they're doing all these terrible bad things all over.
You know, Oleg, as you are the advisor to Zelenskyy on economic affairs, give us an understanding into where Ukraine stands today in terms of your economy. We understand is fully battered. There's very little glimmer of hope on that front. But the kind of sanctions that's been imposed on Russia, do you believe that even if they do decide to continue this war, they will really pay the price in the years and the days to come with the kind of sanctions that's been imposed? What's your view on that?
Look, in our understanding, the sanctions are really, something what we need and need immediately, and what we believe those sanctions are working. But at the same time, what we urgently need, we need to impose sanctions on Russian oil. Why Russian oil is so important? Because Russia is funding its military machine through all these receipts coming from the energy sector. But oil is about 40% of their budget revenues. And as soon as we will be able to cut off Russia from receiving this bloody money, then we do believe that they would not have enough funds to fund the military machine. At the same time, what I need to say that we consider everything or everybody who is buying any products from Russia, including oil, are really financing this military machine. And in our view, financing war crime also means war crime. So in this sense, we are counting on all our international allies that they will stop sending this bloody money to Russia. And in this sense, India is extremely important for us. And we do believe that India is definitely on our side at the whole, civilized world. So from this point of view, we do expect that India will boycott all Russian products, including oil. In terms of the current situation in the country, from the economic point of view, you have to understand that you cannot really do business if you are on a constant bombing attacks during the day and during the nights. And what happened is that around 50%, I would say, of our businesses are not operational now. At least some of them are not operational at all. Some of them could be working and are working, but very short period of hours, short hours during the day, definitely not 8 hours as it used to be in the past. Our infrastructure is destroyed, and we are talking already at the very beginning, at the first week of the war. Our estimation, preliminary estimation, was that we lost already at that time somewhere around $100 billion in our assets. But now, according to our Minister of Finance, the number has increased dramatically, and their estimate is somewhere around several hundred billion US dollars already lost. Even some people are talking about $500 billion US dollars lost in our assets. Definitely, we need to stop this war, because extra each day of this war is just more killed people, civilians, more casualties with our children.
And that's what we see happening even on day 26, Oleg. It's highly unfortunate that civilians are not being spared. In fact, children, as per one of the locals there who spoke to India today, she says that it was almost a deliberate target by Russian forces to target those buildings that have children and the elderly that were housed, only so that panic could be triggered, and then, in a bid to bring down Ukrainians to their knees and allow for Russian control. These are allegations now, really strong allegations that Russia will have to justify, if not now, at least over a period of time. Really appreciate your time, Oleg and Alexandra, for joining us on this.